Hey, hello everybody. Just wanted to do a very quick update video here for the morning of the 23rd of November 2020. It is crazy, 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 crazy. Hey, I'm going to put a link to a very good video that I want you to watch. Yeah, it's by a guy named Eli, the computer guy. He used to live in the DC area. I think he moved down here to North Carolina recently. It's one of the channels I watch a lot. You know, I sometimes watch him and then I stop watching him and then I watch him. But he does a really good video on the future of YouTube and what's going on. There are huge changes coming to many media companies, not only dealing with the pandemic, but dealing with the whole the changes in the media landscape, and YouTube is right in the middle of everything. All these networks, whether they be CBS, Fox, ABC, whether it's Netflix, whether it's Hulu, whether it's whatever, including YouTube, they're all kind of merging and becoming kind of the same thing. Everybody's going to be giving their content over, you know, the internet and cyber stuff. YouTube is morphing into a cable company. We're now seeing them, you know, you can watch all your cable channels on YouTube now, and you have to pay for it. Everything's changing. Everybody's trying to become, a race to become kind of a bland, advertiser-friendly platform. Whether you know, if you've left watching broadcast television or cable television or whatever, you've come over to YouTube because everything on television is pretty much garbage these days. You come over to YouTube and now you're finding everything on YouTube is slowly going in the same direction, right? Because everybody wants to reach those giant advertisers that are cutting their budgets because there are too many media outlets and the pandemic and the economy and whatever. Everything's changing radically. There's a lot of complaints about YouTube these days. You can't talk about a lot of things on YouTube. You know, there's a lot of legal stuff that's legal in the United States of America. You know, certain political things, you know, certain, I won't get into all of it. There's a lot of stuff, even if it's legal, you're not allowed to talk about it on YouTube anymore. You know, people are getting kicked off YouTube right and left for having channels that talk about what we can't talk about anymore, even though it's all legal. So anyway, one of the changes I'm noticing on YouTube, you know, I'm a reviews channel, and I have, been doing this for 4 years now, since 2016. I pop up little clips of some of my favorite Nomads, and I review what they're doing, and we all talk about it and have fun in the comments, and that's that, okay? And I've been doing this channel for 4 years now, going on to my 5th year in 2021, and so far so good. It's been a nice run. I make a nice little chunk of change on some of the AdSense revenue, and I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. Now, I have other things in my life. You know, I'm got other sources of income. I do web stuff, and I have other stuff in my life, and I'm doing okay. But it's a nice little chunk of change coming on here. Could I live on my YouTube revenue? No, but it certainly helps pay some of the bills. But anyway, there are changes being made now on YouTube that, you know, are kind of weird. The one thing we've known about YouTube over the years is that it's its own weird little universe, okay? The laws that apply to protected speech and copyright rules and everything else in the United States don't necessarily apply to YouTube. Okay, YouTube can do whatever they want to do. Okay, they're their own little place, and when you sign up and get a YouTube account, you know, you have to click on that agree to all this legalese, you know, fine print, and in the fine print is they can just terminate anybody for any reason, and they can censor whatever you want to say, and they have their own rules, okay? So even if you say, well, I have the constitutional right to do this or that or this or that, or this is the way the rules are, the laws in the United States of America, whatever, you know, YouTube doesn't have to do that. YouTube can do whatever the heck it wants. So one of the changes that's happening, I'm seeing in YouTube now, has to do with copyright rules. You know, there is still a thing called fair use. When you're doing a critical review, you are allowed to use small clips of somebody's copywritten work in order to review their work. You know, when you see a movie reviewer, you know, they'll be talking and then you can see little clips of the movie, just short little clips. When you see a sports critic, you know, he'll show just a couple seconds of the touchdown pass. When you do a book review, people put little tiny snippets, so they can read little small passages of the book. When you have a music review, you can use a small segment of the music as long as you're doing a review video or a review television show or a review print piece. That there's a thing called fair use, and it is embedded into copyright law. And that's that. My channel makes use of that clause, okay? The fair use clause. And for the last 4 years, it's been fine. I have had no problem with it. Yeah, we do occasionally have somebody come along and will say, oh, I've gotten it. I've gotten a couple copyright strikes on YouTube over the years. And yeah, okay, maybe I will not be super careful and I'll use a little too much. I don't know what the limit is, 15 or 17 seconds, and sometimes I'll use 19 seconds, or sometimes YouTube Nomad will say, hey, I don't care if you use my video, I like your channel, you give me promotion, go ahead and use my stuff. They'll say that or insinuate that, and so I kind of get lazy and I'll start, okay, I'll run, somebody's doing a really good video and I'll run 27 seconds of something they said. Sometimes, one of the reasons too is why I do the shaky camera and I point all over the place is I don't want to give the impression that I'm using anybody's native video. I don't actually bring video onto my channel, full screen and all that. I'm just using a shaky camera. I'm shooting from a distance. I'm talking over your video. I'm only showing small clips of it. That is purposefully done that way because I'm trying to, I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to, take their video for anything other than a strictly critical purpose. The problem now with YouTube is I'm now getting copyright strikes even if I use several seconds of a video, even for several seconds of a video. There was a video I showed the other day where I just showed several seconds of a certain nomad. It's actually one nomad that I really don't cover hardly ever. And then I moved the camera and I talked for a couple seconds. You could hear the video in the background, but I'm talking over it and I'm jiggling the camera around and I'm not showing, continuous anything, and then I show another little small segment and this and that. And yeah, I got a strike for that and I'm appealing it and all that other stuff. But I'm noticing now that YouTube is doing more of that. Where they're I don't know whether I think the fact is they don't have as many people working at YouTube due to the pandemic, and more people it's more and more of their decisions are being made by bots and artificial intelligence is what it's called, and the place is going kind of nutty. So I don't know, so I don't know, first off, nothing lasts forever, okay? If you have a jobby poo, the boss can come in any day and just say, hey folks, we're closing this office, we're downsizing, you're all out of luck, you're all out of work. You work at a radio station and you're playing rock music and all of a sudden the program director comes in and says, we're flipping the country at noon, all you rock guys are out of here, we're hiring a whole new staff, or we're going to run everything with a machine now. That's life. That's the way life is. A lot of you people with the pandemic, have been downsized, you've been furloughed, some of you have lost your jobs. It's sad, that's life. That's the crazy life we're in, right? Nothing is guaranteed. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. That's why you should always enjoy today. Anyway, so one of the things I have done now on my channel, and I hate doing it, is yanked a lot of videos from the last couple of years that have, clips in them. Okay, I've just had to do that, and I feel heartbroken. People are writing to me saying, Dave, last week you did a video, I wanted to watch it, I was working, I couldn't see it, and now it's gone. Why are you pulling your videos? That's why I'm doing it, okay? I don't like doing it. I love to have 4 years of content up there and, crank it around and get some revenue on it and stuff like that, but I can't leave it up anymore. YouTube has just gone wild, okay? I don't know. So going forward, if my channel survives these copyright strikes, which I don't know, who knows? I will continue to do YouTube reviews of Nomads, but I'm going to not be able to show clips. That's all. I'll talk. I do rant videos now. I do live stream videos now. Those are fine. I can do videos as long as I'm not showing you motion clips of their work. I hate doing that, but that's what I got to do. And the other thing that's going on now is a lot of the nomads that were always friendly with my channel are not friendly anymore. And I think it's just because of the whole YouTube environment that, you know, the revenues are down for almost everybody. YouTube is changing. It's becoming more of a Netflixy, CBS kind of thing. And I'm really seeing a lot of nomads out there, especially too with the pandemic going on this year, that they're really struggling and having problems. You know, they become dependent on YouTube revenue as kind of like a jobby thing, and their channels are flailing. Their content is flailing. How many times have we seen nomads now? All they do is cook and sit on their butts, and then a couple times a month we'll do a live stream and ask for donations. How many nomads are we seeing that are just circling? They'll have a little cabin or they'll have a little place, and now they're just kind of going in circles around it, pretending like they're really doing heavy-duty explorations. We see nomads doing the same things over and over again, going to the same places, going out camping with the same people and just filming each other. You know what I'm saying? And sitting there for months and months and months on edge, showing their dogs, endless videos of dogs and running around, you know, in some campground and people sitting there eating gloppy burgers and having little birthday parties for each other. That's the content we're seeing now on a lot of these channels. And to be honest with you, it's not particularly compelling anymore, you know. I'm still enjoying some of it. I still like some of the personalities I'm covering on the Nomad thing. But I'll tell you, I'd say 2/3 of what I watch on YouTube now have nothing to do with the nomadic community. I'm watching science channels and film channels and airplane channels and train travel channels and a lot of other stuff. Political channels, yes. You know, and I'm watching fewer and fewer nomads, but I still find the nomads oddly compelling and I still like talking about them. So going forward, I, you know, hate to do this, but, you know, I'll still be doing videos, but I'm not going to be showing any clips anymore, okay? I know, you know. And what happens? What happens if YouTube goes belly up in 2021 or they take my channel down because, you know, the world is getting kooky and nutty over there at YouTube? You know, there's still Facebook, there's still Twitter, there's Twitch, there's Patreon. I have a Patreon account. I just have never activated it. There's always Patreon. You know, there's a bunch of other places I could put videos up. I have my own website, fuzzface.com. Write that down, 1Z, FUZFACE.com. I can put stuff up there, you know, I don't know. You know, I can still make some revenue on PayPal. I can still make some revenue with your kind donations in the mail. The links for those are always below. Hint, hint. So that's that. I don't know, you know. I don't know. That's why if you go back and look for some of my older videos, especially, I just basically had to clean house last night and get rid of even some of the recent stuff. So, you know, my rant videos are still up. A lot of my live streams are still up. Videos where I'm not using clips in them are still up. And from going forward now, I'm just going to have to be super duper careful on YouTube. And, you know, I hate having to play by these crazy rules. I hate having to censor what I say all the time. But, you know, if I want to stay on YouTube, that's what I got to do. All right? That's the explanation. Go watch Eli's video. It tells you some good stuff about what's going on with YouTube, and it's not good stuff. I mean, what's going on with YouTube. I really think it's going to be, if YouTube is not going to be the same next year this time. It's going to be significantly different, and that's going to be bad news for a lot of the smaller creators on YouTube. I just really believe that. Things are happening and happening fast. All right, folks, that's it. That's my video for this morning, the 23rd of November. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I do thank everybody for their kind support. I've always, you know, what do I say? It's been a fun ride, and if it's coming to an end, well, that's life, you know, but hopefully we'll see. We'll see. That's nothing. No, what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know.